Hi, welcome to our channel. Today I will share to you how I copy, move, rename, and delete files in Linux. For this simple demonstration, we will be needing the basic knowledge of the following commands, like cd, which we normally use to navigate the file system, ls, to list the files in a directory, mkdir, we use this to create directories. For the touch command, we will use it to create an empty file. For the diff command, we will use this to compare files line by line. And lastly, nano. We will use this to edit text files. Now let's move on to the demonstration. For number 1, I will demonstrate how I usually use the cp command. Often, I use the cp command this way: cp space, then the file path, space, and then the copy destination. Normally, this is the basic pattern. I have also listed some patterns here, but these patterns were derived from basic with a little tweak. For this pattern, I only included a wildcard instead of the original file path. And here is a pattern of the cp command with the -r. Now let's go on to the example. For letter A, let's create a folder inside the documents directory. Let's open up a terminal and let's go to the documents directory by using the cd command. Now that we're inside the documents directory, we'll use the mkdir command and then the file name mywork to create a directory inside the documents folder. So this is mkdir space and then mywork. Let's press enter and then let's check if it really created the mywork folder by using ls. So there it is. Now let's go inside the mywork folder by using this command, cd mywork. Okay, now that we're inside mywork directory, let's try letter B. Let's create a text file and let's name it list1. So touch list1. Press enter. Let's check. Now let's edit this file that we've just created. That's for letter C. Write something inside list1 using nano command. So let's type nano and then list1. Now inside the file, let's type the following: servers, routers, switches, cables, network, virtualization. This is just an example. You can write whatever you want. Let's type Ctrl O to save, and then Ctrl X to exit the file. Now we have the list1 file with the following contents. To check it, let's type cat list1, and there it is. Now let's make a copy of list1 and let's name it list2. For this demonstration, we will be using this pattern, the first one: cp file path copy destination. Let's try it. So cp for the file path, since we're already inside the mywork folder wherein the file resides, wherein list1 resides, we can simply type list1 instead of putting the full path of home, bill, documents, my work, and then list 1. So just to simplify, since we're already here at my work directory, relatively the path is just simply list 1. Next, for the copy destination, we'll just copy it also inside my work directory. So you can do it this way. You can do it this way. You will copy list 1 also inside my work by putting the absolute path together with the new file name. But for simplicity, we can do it this way. Okay, since we're going to put the copy of list 1 also inside my work with this file name list 2. So let's type enter. Okay, now to check if we have created a copy, let's type ls. And there we have it, list 1 and list 2. You can also use the command ll. There they are. Now a while ago I mentioned a command that is named diff. Diff is used to compare files line by line. So let's try this command. We're going to do it this way. Diff -y and then list 1 compared to list 2. What this will do is it will compare the contents of list 1 with the contents of list 2 line by line. So let's try it. So line 1 of list 1 is the same as line 1 of list 2. Line 2 of list 1 is the same as line 2 of list 2, so on and so forth. Now let's try to make changes with list number 2 by using nano. Let's say we'll just try to make this a capital letter instead of a lowercase s. Let's try to save it and exit the file. Now let's try to compare them once again. Will diff command be able to detect the changes? There you go. Detected the changes or the difference between the two files by placing a pipe symbol. Now that I have demonstrated letter D, which is copying files, and letter E, comparing files line by line, what about these 3 patterns here? So let's try the second pattern. CP asterisk or wildcard and then copy destination or the new file name. Let's clear the screen and let's list the files inside this. Maybe I'll just copy this directory for now. I'll just go down one directory and then cp, and then I guess I will use this first, this third pattern. I will use -r, copy my work and its contents, and then copy it also to this directory, but slightly changing the directory name to my work 2. So using this third pattern, I will copy recursively my work directory and its contents within this level and make it my work 2. So let's try it. And let's type ls to check. Now I have a copy of my work. Let's try to see my work 2. Type ls and they have the same contents as with my work directory. Now, I guess we're ready to use the second pattern. To demonstrate this second pattern, what I will do is I will make another directory here, and I will name it my work 2_2, and I will clear the screen, type ll. Now what I'm going to do is that I will copy these two files inside this directory. How am I going to do that? By using this pattern, cp, and then I will look for what's common with these two files. The way I see it, list, the word list is the common thing about these two files. So I will type list, and then for this character I will just use the wildcard, and then I will type the destination my work _2. So I will copy list wildcard, meaning I will copy all files that begin with a pattern list and copy it to this destination. So let's type enter. Let's type ls, and then let's go inside my work 2. Let's type ls. So this command copied these two files inside my work 2. So that's the use case of this pattern. So right now we're done with this, and this. What about this last pattern? So let's try it. So let's clear the screen, and let's move down here in the documents folder. So inside the documents folder, let's try to type ls and see all the directories or files inside it. Much better if we do ll. So right now we have 3 directories in here. So what I'm going to do is I will copy all these directories and all its contents to, let's say, the videos folder. Here. Or much better, let's try to put it on the desktop. Okay, so let's go back to documents folder, and we'll copy recursively all these folders, files and folders, and place them to the desktop folder. We can do it this way. It's like moving down a directory and then going to the desktop directory. Or we can also do it this way. Okay, let's try it this way. So this command will copy recursively all these directories and all its contents to our desktop folder. So let's try it. There they are. Okay, I think we're done. Now let's move on to the next. Let's demonstrate how I use the move command. The move command is used to move or rename files or folders. Here I placed 3 patterns which I normally use. The most basic is the first pattern, mv space file path space and then the file relocation. So let's try it. I have here an example that we could follow. Letter A, let's move my work from documents going to the downloads folder. So it says let's move this folder going to the downloads folder. So let's type mv my work, and then we can do it this way, or we can also do it this way, or we can also do it this way. So let's try this. Now that we've moved my work to the downloads folder, it is expected that inside the documents folder, my work will be gone. So let's try to check. And as expected, the my work folder is gone, leaving behind only L1 and my work 2. Now let's go to the downloads folder. And let's check. And there it is. We were successful in moving my work to the downloads folder. Now, let's try letter B. Let's try to move all the files inside my work outside of the my work folder. Meaning, if we go to my work and try to list all the files inside it, all these files are inside my work. How are we going to put it outside the folder my work? In other words, how are we going to put these 2 files inside the downloads folder? Because my work is just inside the downloads folder. So let's try it. So letter B. We're already inside my work folder. Let's try mv and then asterisk for the wildcard, meaning let's move all, and then dot dot space dot dot, meaning let's move all the files up 1 folder. So let's try it. mv asterisk and then dot dot. So let's move asterisk, meaning all these files up 1 folder, meaning dot dot means it will go up the downloads folder. A while ago, we also used asterisk to copy files. We can also do it this way. Okay. We can move all the files that have this list pattern plus a wildcard, and then move it up 1 folder, going to downloads folder. But let's try only an asterisk. So let's try to check if the files are still here. No. Then where is it? Let's move up 1 directory. Let's type ls. So this command moved all the files here in the downloads folder. Now let's try letter C. Let's change the name of list1 to original underscore list1. For this part, we're going to use this pattern. It is using the move command to rename files, and we can also use it to rename folders. So let's try letter C. MV list 1 original underscore list 1. Let's press enter, and let's list all the files here. There it is. This changed list 1 to original underscore list 1. Now let's move to the next demonstration, which is the remove command, rm command. I normally use it to delete files or folders. Here I listed 3 patterns again. And to demonstrate how I use this, here's an example. For letter A, let's create a file named justfornow.txt. And we will create this to demonstrate how I delete files, but before deleting it, let's make a copy of it inside my work. Let's clear the screen, and then let's create a file using touch justfornow.txt. You can place anything inside the file using nano, like this. Let's save it, and then based on the instructions, let's make a copy of this file inside my work. So let's do it this way. Okay, let's press enter. Now we have a copy of this inside my work folder. Okay, now let's go back. Now let's try to delete it using rm, using this one, rm justfornow.txt. Let's type ls. Okay, it was able to delete the justfornow.txt. That's just a demonstration of this basic pattern. But how do we use this second pattern? Let's try this one. Here we have 2 text files, and what's common about them is that they both have the list pattern with them. So let's try it. rm list. Then let's try if this will work, if it will delete both files. Yes. No, it was only able to delete this one. How are we going to delete this one? You can simply do it this way, or you can also do it this way. Or we can also do it this way. Let's try this one. And as expected, it deleted the file. So we're done with this pattern. And this pattern, how are we going to use this pattern? Let's go to letter C. Here, we will delete the My Works folder using rm-r mywork. Here, the -r means recursive. When used with the rm command or the remove command, it means that it will remove recursively all files and folders within this folder. So let's try it. rm-r mywork. So again, rm with -r for recursive will delete this folder together with all the contents of this folder. Let's try it. And as expected, it deleted my work. Just an additional info. There is also a command in Linux that I don't normally use. That is the rmdir command. And this is normally used to delete empty folders. So let's try it. Let's say you have an empty folder. Now let's try to remove it using rmdir. It was able to delete it. Now let's say it has something inside it. Now let's try to use rmdir to delete this file with a file inside it. It will prompt you with this. Now, to delete such folders with something inside it, I normally use this command, rm-r, and then the folder name or the directory name. So let's try it. rm-r empty. And it was able to delete the folder empty with something inside it. Now for an additional example, let's try to delete all these folders on my desktop. These folders have something inside it. So how are you going to delete this based on our examples? So let's try it. Let's go to the desktop folder, the screen, and then let's type ll. Here are the 3 folders based on my terminal, and here are the 3 folders based on the user interface. So using rm, how are we going to delete all of this? We can do it this way: rm-r asterisk. It will remove recursively all. So this should be deleted if I will execute this command. Let's try it. And as expected, they're all deleted. I hope you find this all useful, and thank you for watching.